everyone, Dungeon Master 372 here, coming at you from the Dungeoncraft server. Yes, today we are doing another Let's Play video. We are on Season 2, Episode 5. That's right, so today I have a lot of stuff planned. As you can see, I got a lot of my stuff, my crafting tables, labeled and ready to go for today's episode. So, without further ado, we're going to go ahead and get started. Pretty much what I've been doing in between the episodes and stuff is kind of planning out what I'm going to do over here. And this is the room called Ender IO. However, there's a few things that I got to do to get started. I want to get us started with a basic power production to kind of get us jump started and get us in the right direction. So one of the first things that we're going to do is get ourselves set up with some kind of power production. So right now we currently have a survivalist engine set up right there, and we're just going to go ahead and just look that up real quick in the NEI. Okay, so pretty much we are looking for this recipe for the survivalist generator. This is a basic power production. As you can see, it says ×1. That's the first tier. We also have an 8x, which is pretty much 8 times that, and that, you know, pretty much in each tier for extra utilities, you know, just bumps it up by 8. So say for instance this one right here, it requires 8 of these survivalist generators to make one of these. And then for this one, it takes 8 of these survivalist generators to make one of those. So yeah. So, well, first off, we're going to go ahead and get started with the first survivalist generator, which I plan on making 3 of these. We're going to need some more parts. We've already got 2. Well, we've got 1 created. So we're going to go ahead and create 3 more of those. Then we're going to go in here. If I'm not mistaken, I believe it's this and this. Yeah. So we're going to make 3 of those. Have 1 extra. Okay, so pretty much what we're going to do is we're going to come over here. Because the next thing we're going to need to do is we are going to have to craft. We're going to have to craft one of these leadstone energy cell frames, because we're going to need to store our energy. So we're going to go ahead and create that. And we're going to come over here, and this is the recipe to make the redstone conductance coil. First thing you got to do to make electrum, the electrum ingot required for this recipe is to combine pulverized gold and pulverized silver to make electrum blend. Each recipe creates 2, so that's going to be cool for you guys. And then you're going to need to smelt it down into an ingot, which is pretty cool. But we need 1 of these for the next recipe, which is 1 of those. But then you take this and put it in there, and you got yourself a leadstone energy cell. So to start us off, because we can't really pump power into this energy cell. Well, I mean, we can pump power into the energy cell, but we cannot pump power into any other machines until we have something else in place. So for right now, we're going to keep this wall open And we're going to place, I believe, we place it like so. And we got to take this configuration here and set it up. Okay, so that'll be on the back side. So that's the front. That's the bottom. That's the top. So this must be the back. Okay, let me go and see if I can find... Okay, pretty much in order to produce power with one of these generators, you're going to need... keep forgetting. My coal is over here. Where did I stick it? Oh, okay. I got some coal right there. Alright. Go right across the way. Right into here. And pretty much you throw coal in there and it starts producing power. However, this thing isn't... Now it's receiving power. So... now we're getting power, and now I can get set up with one of our first machines for Ender IO. And I do plan on having a setup similar to this in each room, at least to start us out, and then eventually I'll start using a single power source, using one of the other mods to pump power through the whole complex. And everything, and that's going to get wild and crazy eventually, so look forward to that. So how we're going to do this now is, let's see, okay, those are seared bricks. Okay, well, before we can do all that, what I'm really wanting to do is I want to get to where I can make some cabling, and we have a few cables to choose from, but I am choosing Ender IO. Ender IO has what I believe is the best cabling out of all the ones that we got to choose from at the current state. So pretty much let's look up energy. Okay, I'm thinking that this one is the one that we're going to use first. Now, we're going to have to make conductive iron, which is going to require a machine from Ender IO called the alloy smelter. So, we're going to try to come across that. Okay, so, let's see. This is the alloy smelter. And if I'm not mistaken, it needs... this right here. I'll just go ahead and go through the list of the alloy smelter. So in order to craft this, we are going to need one of these. And we bring that over here and put that up there to get one of these. And now we can take this over here to the alloy smelter, place it in there like so. Alright, now we have ourselves an alloy smelter. Now, let me explain the energy cell to those who are not familiar with how its configuration and stuff. I'm going to set this down here for now. We're going to go ahead. Okay, remember, I set it in front, which is this panel right here. Now, we have everything set to blue, which means that everything that's attached to it is going to be trying to input power into it. It's going to take power into the machine, which what we're not wanting to do is export power. So what we're going to do is we're going to turn it to orange. And now, our alloy smelter is starting to receive power and starting to charge up its internal buffers here. And everything. Now, Ender IO has its own unique little GUI system here for setting up inputs and outputs, and everything is configurable, which is pretty cool, and that's why this mod in itself is unique, and that's one of the reasons why I chose to keep it like it is. Now, I mean, if I wanted to, I'm not sure, but I think if I wanted to, I could set this to output. I could push items into this inventory. And everything. There's all kinds of different recipes. You know, you got your enlightened fused quartz. You got your fused quartz. And all that good stuff. And everything. You got your pulsating iron. You got your electrical steel. You've got your conductive iron. That's what we're really wanting to create first. And right now, you know, that's really what we're looking for, and you know, for the moment. So we're wanting to relook up that recipe again, which is redstone and iron. So we have a little bit of redstone, and I think I used up all the iron that I had in my inventory. So we're going to go right across here, grab some more iron, which I should have plenty. I'll just do 2 of these, make some ingots out of. And we're going to go on over here and get ourselves some conductive iron. Now you got all smelting, you got alloys only, you got furnace only. I choose, whenever I'm doing alloys, I do switch this quite often. I will switch this from alloys to all smelting, depending on what it is I'm doing, because this thing can smelt 3 of the same item at one time in the same slot. So if I had 3 stacks of iron in here, it would do a total of 9 stacks at a time. But since we're working with an alloy and we're trying to combine stuff, we don't want to combine, you know, we don't want to smelt everything down. So what we're going to do is we're going to place 7 iron in there to match our 7 redstone, and as you can see, it's starting to cook that stuff down, and it's our buddy Volp. So yeah, so we're gonna wait and see. Yeah, and it's automatically pumping that stuff in there, so like I had thought. So yeah, so I mean, it's pretty cool. I mean, you know, there's other mods that do the same thing, Buildcraft and IC2. Even though I don't have IC2 in the pack, and I usually don't do that. I don't usually mention mods that are not in my pack, especially mods that have already been in my pack at least one time or another. But yeah, I mean, there's other mods that do this, but this is another cool feature of the pack and everything. However, you know, this is just a unique configuration GUI that they've got here, so that way you're not confused. I mean, because if you noticed, whenever I did the leadstone energy cell from thermal expansion, I kind of had a hard time figuring out the different, you know, figuring out which ones are for which side of the machine. Whenever it's done this way, and you know, and configured this way, I'm not confused. I know that this is the front side, I know this is the back side, and I know that, you know, that's the bottom, and all good stuff like that. So I get to see where everything is, and it even, you know, detects what's on the outsides of it, so including blocks and stuff that are connected to it. You know, it gives you the ghost images and everything, so you can still configure everything, which is pretty cool. Makes for a nice addition. Which we're almost ready for producing our first machine, our first setup. So we've got that taken care of and everything. I believe that's done now. So we're gonna go over here and oh yeah, we're gonna go on over here where we were at getting stuff ready. We're going to take a look at this. This is binder composite, and pretty much with binder composite, it's used as a component that you cook in a smeltery, or well, not in a smeltery, but in a furnace, and even we could even cook it in our alloy smelter, which is what we're going to do right now. So that way we can have for our cabling, which we need to go. Oh yeah, okay, I was going right. Sorry for the lag, guys. That was kind of crazy. Alright, so we're going to stick this in here. What? Oh, it won't accept it. Why won't it accept it? Ah. So, we're cooking down our composites here. And hopefully this won't take too long. Already getting close to our time limit. Don't want to really do a whole long video. Okay, so we've done that, we've done this, and we've already done our iron bars. We've already crafted that. We've done our cauldrons that we needed. Crafted that, crafted that, crafted that, crafted. Okay. So now what we need is okay, we need to get our conduit binders. We need to make 6. We gotta have 6 of those to 3 ingots. And that'll get us 8 of our conduits. Let's go see where we're at on our composites here. Alright, we already got more than enough for what we need. Because I think we're going to do 12, or we're going to do... come on, lag. Wow. Okay, so let's go over here and get this going. So we're going to do our conduit binders. And then we're going to do 2 recipes and get ourselves 16 of these. And now what we're going to do is we're going to wait for our smelter to finish. Its process here. And once done, once we're done, we will work on getting this machine hooked up and getting more power pumped into it all at once. Okay, and another recipe we need to look at is our Yeta wrench. Our Yeta wrench is crafted with a basic gear and electrical steel. Stone and sticks. Okay, so let's go ahead and get that done real quick. That's the basic gear. And let's see, electrical steel, how we do that? Iron, coal, pulverized coal, and silicon. And how do we get silicon? We need a sag mill. So, unfortunately, it doesn't look like I'm going to get around to getting the entire setup in this room going for this episode. I will continue recording this video to finish up, and it'll be produced soon after this video is uploaded. So once I'm done uploading all these videos, y'all will get a notice and everything. So yeah. I hope everything in this video has been helpful so far. I do plan on getting the rest of this setup going within the next episode and everything else. So please click like and subscribe. Check the links out in the description below. And as always, guys, have a good one.